It's raining again. So I broke my arm 6 years ago when I was in grade 8. So what happened is my buddy let me ride his bike because my elementary school playground had hills and stuff, so I wanted to ride down one of the hills. I rode down the first one, came up to another one, and I wanted to ride down this bigger hill, but at the bottom of it was a creek. What my buddy forgot to tell me is that his bike has no brakes. So I'm going down this hill, and I go to apply the brakes to try and slow myself down so I can turn before I hit the creek. Realize there's no brakes on it because I'm pressing and doing nothing. So my instinct is I put my feet down, or else like I'm going to go into this creek. Put my feet down and my feet just start sliding with me. They're not slowing me down whatsoever. I could try and turn the bike, but then I'm just going to tumble over sideways. There's no way I could stop myself. So I was thinking, okay, now I'm going into this creek. And the creek was like, I could jump to the other side of the creek, like I could get to the other bank, but like the drop down into the creek was about, I don't know, 6 feet, 7 feet, maybe. And anyway, so I was going down, and as soon as I got to the edge of the creek, I pushed the bike out from under me and jumped to the other side. I kind of landed on my arm like this, like I had my arm pressed against my body. And I just remember trying to lift myself back up, like with this arm, trying to prop myself up. And there was no strength. Like this arm did not work. Like I could not get it to move, nothing. And I was kind of freaking out, like, oh shit, like what did I just do to my arm? Eventually get myself up, get the bike's dented, the handlebars are dented, the front wheel's dented. I screwed my buddy's bike up pretty bad. And so I'm just walking it back, and then somebody sees me, comes down, and is like, oh, what happened? And I told them, and they're like, said, look at my wrist. And I looked at my wrist, and well, the picture I just showed you at the beginning of this video, that's what I saw. The weird part was I had no pain or feeling or anything like that. I was like, oh, my arm is not supposed to look like that. Okay. I was just walking around, and my arm was broken, or my wrist was broken. I just didn't feel it. And then my parents came and picked me up from school. Like this was the end of the day that happened. So they picked me up. I showed them, and they wanted to take me to the hospital. And it was on the ride to the hospital at some random stoplight, just in the middle of the drive. That's when the pain started to hit. It wasn't even like it was my wrist that was hurting, like this area where the bone was broken. It was this area. It was all up in my arm. It was the worst pain I've ever felt. Then I get to the hospital. They put me on morphine, and then I feel awesome. And I get this awesome green cast. And it kind of sucked because like I was doing track and field. I couldn't do that because my arm broke. And then I was doing baseball as well, and I couldn't finish that. And my buddy quit the team. I remember this. My buddy quit the baseball team when he learned that I wasn't going to be playing on it. So he didn't really want to play on it either. And turns out like it was, I think, a few days before the tournament actually happened. We got my hand inside a glove. Like we got my cast and everything inside the glove, and I could close the glove. Like I could actually catch a ball with the cast on still because my hand worked. It was just not the wrist. And so I could catch a baseball, and just flicked myself in the mouth. That hurt. Anyway, we asked the coach if I could play, and he said yes, which pissed my buddy right off because I got to play in the tournament. I wanted to play in the tournament, but he didn't get to go because he quit the team. And then he wanted to play because, well, I was back on the team. And I just remember he was so mad because it was like the last year we got to play on that team and everything. Just bad mistake. Do you have any broken bone stories? Do you have any topics you want me to cover or any questions you want me to answer? I'd love to know. Comment below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, share with a friend, and like my page for more videos. You can get 20% off at California Apparel using this code right here. They have awesome gear to show off to your friends this summer. I'm Scotty M. Peace out.